Good morning everybody. This is Mark Austin from HancocksFollies.com on behalf of PO12BG. They've asked me to come over here to look to see if the promises of Gerald Vernon Jackson and Councillor Lee Hunt, the portfolio holder for leisure and culture, and the leader of the council, of course, Gerald Vernon Jackson, were going to keep up their promises of maintaining the volleyball court area and the tennis courts. We're here this morning. The reason being, Mark Austin came over here yesterday because he's received numerous complaints through HancocksFollies.com that Portsmouth City Council is not maintaining to uphold its promises. We have received disturbing evidence where, at the whim of the council under the leadership of Gerald Vernon Jackson, it built volleyball courts to the detriment of the tennis club for the community. We were here yesterday, we didn't have the video camera, and as you can see in this video, the public paths are covered in sand, which obviously cause a major safety issue for people walking along this path. The problem, however, goes further than that. Where this whim has been satisfied, where, as we understand it, Gerald Vernon Jackson was at the Lib Dem conference and saw the volleyball courts, with young things running around on the volleyball courts, wanted a volleyball court here. They closed down the bowling greens because of the maintenance costs and installed this volleyball court, which in essence sounds a good idea, but was it properly investigated, the potential hazards that could operate in this area? Now we see where, yet again, under the leadership of Portsmouth City Council with Gerald Vernon Jackson, we've got a situation where there is being caused tremendous problems, not only with the highways and the costs involved, where there could be huge liabilities against the taxpayer of Portsmouth. It is now severely impacted on the tennis courts. We're just walking around to the tennis courts to see if there is a potential hazard for people of Portsmouth playing on these tennis courts. As you can see already, there is large surfaces of water on the tennis courts. We made inquiries yesterday with tennis court manufacturers, and they're saying that if it's designed as a porous court where you can get runway of water, if you've got material such as sand blowing onto the tennis courts, this will stop the courts naturally draining away the excess water. And in fact, if we look at this very closely, you can see the huge amounts of sand. Now, as we understand it, the good people of Southsea in the Southsea Town Council area donated £7,500 towards these courts, and the tennis club, which is open to also members of the public of course, raised a substantial sum of money to get these courts resurfaced. For some reason, there appears to be a lot of moss on these courts. The questions we're asking is, has there been a health and safety assessment? Has there been a proper impact assessment made with reference to the sand on the volleyball courts, where it could have a detrimental effect against the tennis courts? And you won't be able to see it, but you can probably hear it, where I can quite easily slide on this surface, and there is an abundance of sand, and as you can probably see, water, and indeed a phenomenal amount of moss. Now, what has Gerald Vernon Jackson and Lee Hunt got to say about this? As you can see, across the way, there are additional tennis courts in a state of disrepair. Why is it that we've got the local community through Southsea Town Council who's decided to invest taxpayers' money into resurfacing courts under the chairmanship of Les Stevens, which certainly we've got no quibble with, supporting the local community, but his fellow Lib Dem colleagues appear to be completely mismanaging this situation. We tried to contact people who are involved with Southsea Tennis Club yesterday, but failed, and we will try today. Thank you very much indeed.